I got nothing to teach the learning curve of your body. I got teeth that could hurt you probably with one bite. A tongue with spikes, a rusty knife. I wish you'd take it from me and gut me like a fish. Uptight and selfish, got a lust for life and a death wish. They're husband and wife and they like they're helpless. Am I a product of uninteresting sex? If I'm bored by your pillow talk and Newport cigarettes. She chews on fiberglass like a teething infant. He breathes in her stink and seems indifferent. She dreams of children. He hears the pitter-patter of little fetuses. He's like, stand by me. There's a leech in my briefs and it's bleeding like a stuck pig. Come quick. Think of a baby's name. She wanted to call it quits. I'ma name him Raymond and raise him like I don't know my own strength. And bench press the baby naked. Hold it to the sky like, look what I did. It's mine and you can't have it until it rains. And when it rains, he sticks out his tongue to catch it. The baby stays. Baby stays. He just stares into the abyss till the abyss blinks. Instincts pop up to the surface like pinpricks. Still flinch, manhandle the kill switch. Peg, meet square, get dismantled by drill bits. The deconstruction of a functional addict, leaving assumptions to a bunch of fanatics. It's just standard procedure with an automatic pilot light. Hide behind a white lab raincoat cause the water broke, press eject. First comes the head, then the neck, then the body avalanches out the tape deck, flopping on the ground like a fish out of its element. No one wants to acknowledge the carnage, the mess or elephant that's in the room. Connected to the womb with a lifeline, labored all day through the morning, noon and nighttime. Then we cut the cord, fully aware what we keep on the inside's too personal to share. Now we hold it in the air, like look what happened. If we throw it out with the bathwater, will you catch it? Or let it go down the drain? And if it goes down the drain, I'ma snatch it. The baby stays. The baby stays. And I'ma hold it to the sky, like look what I did. It's mine and you can't have it until it rains. And when it rains, he sticks out his tongue to catch it. The baby stays. The baby stays. The baby stays.
Be what you want to be. You want to be for real.
The sun flies through the sky, leaves darkness in its wake. Now I hear the hellhounds barking at the gate. To be honest, sometimes I don't want you to relate. This ain't up for discussion, it's not a topic for debate. Entrepreneurs, they want to bottle up the hate. Slap a label on the glass so hard that it'll break. If you break it, you buy it, and we sold it by the case. It's okay if you just try it, you can hold it to your face. How close can you get without touching it? How far removed can you get from the public? Can you keep a secret? If not, can you tie a slip knot? Can you stand high up when it's break block? Listen to the clock tick, talk and switch gears. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Are they all dancing now? Are you joining the party? Are you celebrating life just by destroying your body? It's a part of your psyche I wanna sightsee. I don't need you as a tour guide, and I don't want you to like me. I was voted least likely, that's it, just least likely. So pardon me if I seem feisty. Bite my tongue like a bullet, take a pull from the peace pipe. Push past the low expectations of me each night. I leave light in my wake, I moonwalk across the floor till I hear the sex kittens all purring at the door. There's something outside that we all want, but inside there's an ex who marks a soft spot till it rots and decays and then no one else cares. It's been 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years. Now I sell pennies to the well-wishers. I fish through the corn slots. I fall for a girl's bait, participate in boycotts. I demonstrate a demon's trait with a face void of thoughts. That don't launch 1,000 ships, and that's the Helen of Troy's loss. There's nothing in this horse. It's hollow, it's empty, its entry will not be forced. Like an eye socket, stripped clean of tears. It's been 13, 14, 15, 16 years. Anxiety's a disease, gotta learn to live with it. Cancer spreads, it'll eat right through. It ought to be a quarantine for people like you. Or it not, keep your stress in check. Anxiety's a disease, you gotta learn to live. I keep clenching my jaw while I sleep. I ain't got no dental insurance, so I purchased a mouthpiece. It helps me collect all my teeth, cause they keep falling out in my dreams. Repeating each step till I'm knee deep in sweat. Till you need deep asleep between sheets, you'll need sex. If you need to eat meat, then just feed on the flesh. Your willpower's weak, seeking ye shall find death. It'll rent, it'll lease, it'll own you. Can't teach new tricks in no old fool. I've been banned from the Bible, but I stand on my own too. Running from self, but my legs have no clue. Burning through every last nerve that I got. This condition is more than deserved, but I'm not killing the time. I'm wringing its neck, choking it out, and I'm stealing its breath. Sucking it in and then blowing a kiss to the caution I toss to the wind like this. Anxiety's a disease, gotta learn to live with it. Cancer spreads, it'll see right through. It ought to be a quarantine for people like you. Oh, you're scared of the dark, then sleep in the light. You came for the bark, then leave when I bite. Breaking a sweat, you fainting awake with a fang in your neck and a pain in your chest. Losing your power, you're drained and you're wet. When you threw in the towel, I caught it like wreck. That was well played. You ain't self-made. You went from daycare to preschool, from K through 12th grade, and that's hardwiring in your brain. Not to mention the rules of the house where you stayed. Synagogue, mosque, or the church where you prayed as a child. Tamed like you're wild. Reprogram, deprogram. There ain't nothing they say we don't know, man. They've been bringing on vulnerable people and claiming that everything in us is evil. I see them in hell then, but until then, you should chill, friend. Just chill. Play pretend with the forces of organized superstition and get played in the end. You were killing the time, I was wringing its neck, choking it out and then stealing its breath. Sucking it in and then blowing a kiss to the caution I toss to the wind like this. Anxiety's a disease, gotta learn to live with it. Cancer spread, is falling. And the Tower of Pisa is leaning. Statue of Liberty is green with envy. Penny for your thoughts, penny for your lows. The clothes, the dress code, tradition of all things. India's assault on his coast. There's a tea party in Boston. Native wouldn't play, but that wouldn't stay. No matter how hard the people prayed, the materials just washed away. They could have used rocks, rocks don't bend a bow. But quite frankly, they had too many enemies to stone in the empire. The Empire State is building, the Taj is on fire. These tourist traps make a killing. Heathens bow down to the siren. An emergency for bread and cheese. The earth shall inherit the meek. When Canada puts up a fence cause the medicine's so cheap. America's asleep. And London bridges. And London bridges falling. I got the best seat in the house. They hired me as a watchman. London bridges falling. India's got salt on his coast. There's a tea party in Boston. London bridges. Made of stainless steel and wrought iron. That wall of China is so great. I built a bridge over a highway. It goes up to the sky. Mother Mary is crying. My fair lady, don't cry. It's gonna be alright. Cause I'm alive. I'm alive and kicking. Tea party in Boston. The London Bridge is falling. The London Bridge is falling. I'm not here to judge voyeuristic fetishes. If nobody looked, it's a closed book. You can put your hang-ups on a coat hook. I'm from a puritanical land where they burn witches. I'm the result of a cold figure burning up with sickness. Cure never came, Jesus never helped. We were all to blame, got beat us with a belt. If I heard your name, I retreat into myself. I won't hurt your name, I keep it to myself with love, life, love, God, girls, and lies. I can't hear through those veneers, but you keep speaking through those pearly whites. No legacy to claim, no enemies to squelch. No chemical imbalance that can remedy yourself. Pedestals for the parents, medicine is on a shelf. With the trophy in the spotlight, watch as it melts. Metal would have survived, plastic is cheaper. Ran into the fire, she asked me to leave her. Did what I could with the wood and the flammable. Stood with the good little animal, ran with the bulls. Soot on my hands that were full. Put the good book on the mantle. Burn, baby, burn, you could serve as a candle. Last thing I heard was her on the piano. Last thing I saw was her being herself. By beating herself to see if it could help. If I heard your name, I retreat into myself. I won't hurt your name, keep it to myself. With love, life, love, God, girls and lies. I can't hear through those veneers, but you keep speaking through those pearly whites. Love the light. Love the light. Love the light. The cure never came, Jesus never helped. We were all to blame, got beat us with a belt. If I heard your name, I retreat into myself. I won't hurt your name, I keep it to myself. No legacy to claim, no enemies to squelch. No chemical imbalance that can remedy yourself. Pedestals for the parents, medicine is on a shelf. With the trophy in the spotlight, watch as it melts with love. Love the light. 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 been a long and lonely trip, but I'm glad I took it, 'cause it was well worth it. Got to read a couple books and do some research before I reached my verdict. Never thought that I was perfect, always thought that I had a purpose. I used to wonder if I'd live to see my first kiss. The most difficult thing that I did was recite my own words at a service, realizing the person I was addressing probably wasn't looking down from heaven, or cooking up something in a Hell's Kitchen, trying to listen in or eavesdrop from some other dimension. It was self-serving, just like this is. Conveniently religious, on Easter Sunday and on Christmas, the television went from being a babysitter to a mistress. Technology made it easy for us to stay in touch while keeping a distance, so we just stayed distant and never touched. Now all we do is text too much. I don't remember much from my youth, maybe my memory is repressed, or I just spent too much time wondering if I'd live to have sex. I fell in love for the first time in 4th grade, but I didn't have the courage to talk to her. In 8th grade, I wrote the note and slipped it in somebody else's locker. Considered killing myself because of that. It was a big deal. It was a blown cover. It was over for me. My goose was cooked. Stick a fork in me. The jig is up. Blew my chances. The rest is history. Our future was torn asunder. It became abundantly clear I was only brought here to suffer. At least I didn't include my name. Thankfully, I wrote the whole note in code, and it had 10 layers of Scotch tape safety seal, making it impossible to open. Plus, it was set to self-destruct. Whoever read it probably died laughing. I wonder if they lived long enough to realize what happened. A year later, I came to understand that wasn't love that I was feeling for her. I had someone else to obsess over. I was older, I was very mature. I forged my time signature while practicing my parents' autograph, cause I was failing math. Disconnected the phone when I thought the teacher would call my home. Checked the mailbox twice a day. At the end of a long dirt road, steamed open a couple envelopes like I was in private detective mode. If you snoop around long enough for something in particular, you're guaranteed to find it. For better or worse, that's how I learned it's best to just keep some things private. It was the best at times. It was the end of times. It was the best of times. It was the end of times. It was the best of times. It was the end of times. Best of times, the end of times. I was always on deck, I was next in line. An only child with a pen and pad, writing a list of things I could never have. Walls in my house were paper thin, every squabble seemed to get deafening. If my memory served me correctly, and made it a point to avoid and forget some things, probably to keep from being embarrassed. Never meant to upset or give grief to my parents.